Maximizers, welcome to my life. I am so freaking excited for tonight. Today is my 7-year business anniversary, meaning I started Krys the Maximizer 7 years ago. And in honor of my 7-year business anniversary, I have on an OG Krys the Maximizer shirts. I sold these shirts circa 2019, 2020, 2021. And one of my core sayings is shop with a purpose. Intentionally buying the things you want like you need and not paying full price for them. So as I was moving, I found this shirt and I was like, we're going to wear the OG Krys the Maximizer shirt because why not? And I am so excited to be here. I'm going to give everyone a second to come into the party. And this is something that I accidentally started to do when I started my business. So on my 1 year YouTube anniversary, I actually got fired from my 9 to 5. And because I got fired, I went on live and I told everyone like the story of me getting fired. And that kind of became like my yearly thing, like have a party and tell the story of how I became Krys the Maximizer. So I scheduled my email to my email list to go out in 1 more minute. So in 1 more minute, we are going to get started. This is a live party. This is the twice a year, my birthday and my anniversary. I just sit and I rant and I ramble and I tell my story. But on my anniversary specifically, I tell the story from beginning to end of how I became Krys the Maximizer. I tell the good, the bad, and the ugly. I tell all the things. This is your time to pick my brain and ask me all the questions about starting the business, starting the YouTube channel, getting fired from my job, all the things. So this is a party. This is a fun time. This is a time for you to get to know me, for me to get to know y'all, and for us to just kiki and yes, talk business. Hey, Karen, thank you so much for joining. Yes, talk a little bit of business, but mostly just talk and celebrate like my journey as Krys the Maximizer. And those of you that have been here from the beginning, shout out to y'all. Like I have people that are still following me that have been following me since 2018, 2019 when I started this thing. So I need to know what you're sipping on. I was supposed to be drinking a margarita, but I'm taking some anti-inflammatory medicine right now. So because of that, I read the bottle. I was like, I'm taking this medicine. Let me see if I can drink with this. And it said, absolutely not. You could cause stomach bleeding. And I'm not trying to be back in the ER. So I said, you know what? I made myself a smoothie, a virgin margarita that I didn't drink. So my straw kind of froze. I love the metal straws, but it will freeze on you. And of course, the drink is frozen. But oh my gosh, it tastes so good. So I got a virgin margarita tonight because I have not been feeling good. And I'm taking some anti-inflammatory medicine because my chest is in pain. But now I gotta see if I can get the ice out. This is a rookie mistake. The ice is in there. I'm trying to get it out. Let me not squirt it that way. I've even squirted mix on the wall. There we go. So I got me a virgin margarita, and now I'm going to tell y'all the story of how I became Krys the Maximizer, this amazing journey, and what the past 7 years has looked like. So let me know in the comments, what are you drinking? Where are you watching from? What city, what state, what country are you watching from? And what you sipping on tonight? I have me a strawberry banana virgin margarita, which is basically a smoothie with margarita mix. So good. I'm thinking about the tequila that would be in there. So let me know where y'all are watching from. Okay. Let me know what y'all are sipping on. And we're going to start in the story. So this story actually starts when I was a kid. I've known my whole life that I wanted to have a business. I just didn't know what that business was going to be. When I was a kid, I had my sister and my cousin drawing on loose leaf paper. And we would fold it up. We used crayon on loose leaf paper. We folded it up, called it a fan. We went out into the streets of our neighborhood and we sold the fans, and people actually gave us money. That was the first time I ever sold something. Then, when I was in middle school, I had a snowball stand. So I'm from Baltimore, okay? And we would make what we call frozen cups, which is basically the sweetest Kool-Aid ever in a styrofoam cup. We called it a frozen cup. So we did not have like a snowball machine, but I was like, I want to make snowballs and I want us to make some money. So we made frozen cups, and then we would put the frozen cups in a blender and make it a snowball. It was a ghetto snowball, but listen, me and my sister was making so much money for those 2 summers. And from that, I knew that like I wanted to have a business. Oh, look, my sister came on here. She probably clicked off. We'll see if she stay. She said, heck yeah. We had so much money. I was making so much money for like 2 summers, and then I got a real job. But from those 2 things that I did as a kid, I always knew that I wanted to have a business. In my soul, I was like, I want to have a business. I want to, hold on. I want to have a business. I want to be my own boss. Hey, Tanya, thank you so much for joining. How are you tonight? My sister says I've been doing deliveries and charging people an extra 50 cents. Listen, we've been hustling since we were kids. Like, I had my sister going to deliver over here, my cousin going to deliver over here. I'm staying at the house delivering over here. I'm running to a delivery over there. Like, we were kids. I mean, I was in middle school. My sister's 4 years younger than me. So she probably was in what, 4th or 5th grade? Because if I'm in 7th grade, you're in what, like 3rd or 4th grade? And we were running the neighborhood selling these snowballs. But I knew at that age that I wanted to be in charge of my own business. Now, there was nobody around me, like friends or family, who had their own business. My mom had a side hustle. My mom has been sewing since middle school. And I don't care what job she had, she always sewed on the side, right? So I hadn't seen somebody with a full on their own business. I think my cousin had a hair salon, and that was her own business. But I wasn't around a lot of entrepreneurs. I was around a lot of people who had a lot of side hustles and a lot of grit. But I knew I wanted a business. I just didn't know what that business was going to be. So I sold candy out of my backpack in high school. I did so many different things. So we are going to fast forward. Throughout high school and college, I hustled up so many ways that I could to make money. I was always making money. I was always having multiple jobs. Fast forward through all that through college. I'm going to take you to 2015. I've been couponing my whole adult life. So I started couponing in 2008 when extreme couponing was big. Put a number 1 in the chat if you've ever watched an episode of extreme couponing. Put a number 1 in the chat if you've ever watched an episode of extreme couponing. You couldn't tell me that I wasn't about to go to the market and I was not going to get $1,000 worth of groceries for 50 cents. Okay? You couldn't tell me I wasn't going to do that. I learned real quick extreme couponing was fake. Extreme couponing was so fake. They had those people using fake coupons. They were at mom and pop grocery stores. They were allowing them to just do anything at the register for the TV show. Okay. But I learned real fast, trial by fire, by printing out coupon policies and going to Dollar Tree and going to Walmart and learning how to coupon. That's how I learned how to coupon. So I couponed my whole adult life. Every time I would do a couponing haul, I would literally post it on my Facebook page. And people would be like, teach me, teach me, teach me. So in 2015, I said, I'm going to teach you. I made this rinky-dink PowerPoint. It was so bad. Oh my God. The PowerPoint was awful. The content of the PowerPoint was good. The look of the PowerPoint, trash. I said I'm doing coupon classes one-on-one for $25. I made this beautiful slide that I thought was beautiful. You couldn't tell me nothing back then. Looking back, I was like, girl, that was a hot freaking mess. And I sold these coupon classes. I did 1 class in person. I did a few classes like virtually via, I didn't even use Zoom. I can't remember what the platform was I was using back then. But point being, I sold some classes, but I didn't stick with it. I got quickly discouraged because I was like, no one's going to pay me to teach them how to coupon. I wasn't selling a lot of classes. So I was like, you know what? I'm not doing this. I stopped doing it. I gave up on it. 2017, I started a business recruiting nurses because my 9-to-5, thank you, Tanya, my 9-to-5, I was a sales recruiter and I was recruiting people for a timeshare company. So I was like, you know what? I'm really good at recruiting. Let me recruit nurses on the side because I can make money recruiting nurses, right? And I started doing that on the side, and I liked it, but I didn't love it. I liked it, but I did not love it. So I said, you know what? I'm not about to do this. I barely broke even. I was investing a lot of time and a lot of money, and I wasn't getting a big return. So I barely broke even in that job. And I literally started that business to make money. What I know now, starting a business just to make money is only going to get you so far, because you have to spend a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of energy to get a business off the ground. You're not going to make money from day one. So if you don't love what you're doing, you'll quit. And guess what I did? I quit. I said, to hell with this. So after about a year and a half, I closed down that business. But I learned so much from running that business. When I closed down that business in 2018, I was like, I need a business. My 9 to 5 was like, I can't be here much longer. And I was starting to be very overwhelmed, very overworked. I was working like 60 hours a week, and I took a week off of social media. Back then, I just had Instagram and Facebook, and my screen time was through the roof. So I deleted Instagram and Facebook off of my phone. And I said, Lord, if money was no option, what would I do? And he said, coupon it. And I was like, we tried that 3 years ago. It didn't work. No one's going to pay me for couponing. A few more days go by. I'm still off of social media. I'm like, Lord, if money was no option, what should I do? He said couponing. I said, sweet baby Jesus. No one is going to pay me to teach them how to coupon. I need a business. I want to quit this 9 to 5. How am I going to quit if no one is paying me money? He said couponing, and I was like, "Arr." So on a whim, I was like, I know people make money from YouTube. I don't know how people make money from YouTube. So on August 19th, 2018, I'm getting chills. One of the best days of my life. I looked at Kinsley. Kinsley was 4 years old. I said, we gonna make a YouTube video. I took my iPhone 6 at the time. I've had 2 phones since I was my recruiting days. I've had 2 phones since 2016. And I said, I'm gonna take my work phone and we're gonna record these videos. I didn't know anything about recording on YouTube. To that time, I had only uploaded one little video to YouTube. I didn't know about uploading. I didn't know about thumbnails. I didn't know about description boxes. I didn't know about titles. I didn't know jack shit about YouTube. All I knew is people can make money from YouTube and viewers can watch YouTube for free. So it would solve my problem of teaching people how to coupon, but the people didn't have to pay me. YouTube would pay me. And I said to my sister, I just hope I can make money within a year. I'm going to do this for a year and I'm going to see if I can make money. So I took my rinky-dink iPhone 6 and me and Kinsley, if you go to my Krys the Maximizer YouTube channel and you go to latest video, okay, latest videos, the oldest videos, you'll see my first 3 videos: CVS, Walgreens, and Publix. Chrome, Stella, I'm going to come to your question in just a second. Don't go anywhere. CVS, Walgreens, and Publix. Those videos are awful. One of those videos has 200 views. It's awful, but it has 200 views. I recorded those videos. I didn't edit. I recorded the videos vertically. You know, on YouTube, you need to be horizontal. I recorded the videos vertically and I posted them. And I said, the only people that's going to watch this is my mother, my sister, and one of my aunties. I'm going to get like 3-4 views. I took the video links from YouTube. I managed to figure out how to upload it. No title, no description box, no thumbnail. Posted the video. I put CVS August 19th. Walgreens August 19th. That's all I did. Okay. I uploaded the videos to YouTube. They went up. I took the links. I put it on Facebook. Hey, everybody's been wanting to know how to coupon. I walked y'all through my process of couponing. This is what I did. I'm going to be posting videos like this every week. And that day completely changed my life. That random thing that I did, I didn't know anything about YouTube. That random thing that I did has changed my life. And I'm going to tell you the whole story of how. But first, I want to answer Chrome Stella's question. Stella, if you're still here, tap the screen so I know you're still here. Is starting a home online bakery profitable? I love baking, but I don't think it's lucrative. Stella, tap that screen if you are here. I see you. Okay, cool. Is starting a home online bakery profitable? I love baking, but I don't think it's lucrative. I want you to hear me well. You can make money doing anything. You can absolutely be profitable selling your bakery treats from home. This is what I want you to do, okay? If you love baking, I want you to start baking and figuring out what you want to focus on baking. One of my favorite bakery people who bake at home that I love to watch, Main Street Sweets. Go follow her on TikTok. Main Street Sweets. She just quit her 9 to 5 to make cake pops full time. Okay? The thing about food, this is bacon, tacos, ice cream, you just have to make sure that you are making money off of everything that you sell from day one. And I'm going to tell you how. You need to know how much it costs. We're going to use cupcakes for an example. How much does it cost to make one cupcake? Now, when you make a dozen, you buy all your ingredients. I want you to do the math. When you make a dozen, how much does it cost to make each cupcake? Let's just say it costs $1.25 to make each cupcake. Like with all your ingredients all together, it costs $1.25 to make each cupcake. I then want you to say, how much does Stella want to make from every cupcake? So if you tell me it costs $1.25 to make a cupcake, and I want you to include not just the ingredients, I want you to include the packaging. If you're going to put them in a plastic wrap, if you're going to put them in a box, if you're going to print a label, if you're going to ship them and you have to buy shipping boxes, you got to pay for ink, you got to pay for electricity in your house. I want you to literally bake all of that into the cost of your cupcake. So maybe with all of that, the price of one cupcake, $2. Let's just say Stella wants to make $1.25 off every cupcake. Okay. So off every dozen, you'd be probably making like $15 that goes to Stella, not back into the business, not for savings, to Stella. Does this make sense? If this makes sense, tap the screen. From day one, I want you to decide how much do you want to make from each item and bake that into your price. So if it costs $2 to make, and you want to make $1.25, the lowest price possible that you could ever sell a cupcake for would be $3.25 for one, which will make your dozen like $36 or $38. But you also want to put in if you ever want to do a sale, a discount, or a bundle. So maybe instead of $3.25, your cupcake's bottom line price is $4.50. Each cupcake is $4.50. Now, I know that probably sounds like a lot to charge for a cupcake, but you have to remember you're doing this at home. You are a small business. And if somebody wants a cheap price, they better take their butt to Walmart. You have to remember there is value in what you do, and your cupcakes are different from every single other person's cupcakes. Even if we both get the same box dye, even if we both get the same cupcake, our cupcakes are going to taste different. The way in which we bake is going to be different. So if you want to do it, I say start now. Start with 1 or 2 signature products. Go watch Main Street Sweets. She literally only does cake pops and one other thing. That's all she makes is cake pops and one other thing she makes. I can't remember off the top of my head, but mostly cake pops. That's it. She don't do anything else. And she has quit her 9 to 5 and is baking full time now. So I would encourage you to please get on my email list. You are definitely an ideal client of mine. If you want to build your business from scratch, I would love to help you. There's a form here on TikTok. Give me your name. I meant to do the form. Give me your name. Give me your email. Give me your phone number. Let me see. I wanted to do my leads form. Give me your name, give me your email, give me your phone number, and I will add you to my email list, and we can chat about what it would look like to work together. Dang it, I don't know where my leads form went. It should be on my profile as well. Or you can just DM me, name, email, phone number. I'll add you to my email list. You could also go to my website, KrysTheMaximizer.com, get on my email list. And I'd love to help you, take your baking and turn it into a profitable business. You can make anything a profitable business. You just have to put your profit in from day one. Does that make sense? Let me know in the comments if that makes sense. You just have to put your profit in from day much. How much do you want to make? Not to go back in the business. If you only sell 6 cupcakes and you made, $8, cool. Stella gets her $8. The rest of the money goes towards your ingredients and your expenses to like run your house, your internet, water, electricity, all that. Okay. So when I started my YouTube channel, my life changed and I didn't even know it yet. My videos were getting views. So I started posting 3 to 5 times per week. I learned by just doing research every week. Okay, I need to have a thumbnail. Well, what's a thumbnail? Then I would watch a YouTube video on what's a thumbnail. I would watch where people would suggest how to make thumbnails. I downloaded some apps and I made thumbnails. Then I realized, oh my goodness, my videos need to be horizontal. I'm recording them like this. I need to record the videos like this for YouTube. So I turned my camera and I started recording my videos horizontally. Then I watched videos on how to edit. I watched videos on what to put in my description box. I watched videos on how to create my titles so that they be searchable and people could watch my videos and YouTube can suggest my videos. Every single week, I learned something new literally on YouTube. I used YouTube. I used Google. I used Instagram. I figured it out. I also learned that in order to make money from YouTube, I needed 1,000 subscribers and I needed 4,000 hours of watch time. And I was like, huh? But before I continue, I want to find something. Okay? Let me see. I needed 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. And I was like, am I going to get this? Like, is this going to work? I just kept posting. Every single week, I posted 3 to 5 videos. This is my planner from 2018. You see that? My planner from 2018. This is where I documented Krys the Maximizer in real freaking time. And I'm so happy I never threw this planner away. Literally, you can see started YouTube. Okay. So every week I learned. Every week I figured something out. Every week I was like, I'm going to do this. I'm going to make this work. Okay. So I was getting subscribers. In the beginning, I literally was just taking my YouTube link and posting it on Facebook. And that's where the bulk of my viewers were coming from. I just want to thank you for all you have taught me since 2020. Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for coming to the party. I'm super excited to have you here. And thank you for being a follower since 2020. Thank you so much for watching my videos. I greatly appreciate it. I appreciate all the support because I wouldn't be Krys the Maximizer without all of you. So I appreciate it. And I'm telling the story of how I started. So I was posting every week. This is from August 28th. I put what I was editing. I put what I was recording. I edited 2 videos and recorded 2 videos. Okay. 29th. Recorded 2 videos. Research appointment setting software. Email list. I didn't know nothing about an email list, but I was writing down, learn about an email list. Okay. Like, I was learning as I was going. What's the lesson here? Start before you're ready. Start when you don't know what you're doing. Whatever you know what you're doing really well, start with that and learn as you go. Learn as you go. Stop letting you not knowing how to do something hold you back from getting what you want. What did I want? A business. What did I want? To leave my 9 to 5. And YouTube was the gateway to there. So insert Kinsley. You said hi.
I'm Kinsley. If you don't know me, I'm Kinsley, her daughter, her beautiful daughter. So 7-year anniversary. Happy for my mom. When she started, like, what do you want to call it?
My YouTube channel?
Her YouTube channel. I was only 4 years old. and I was in a bunch of her videos a little while back, but now I'm not allowed to be in any more videos, sadly, besides like shorts and like TikTok and stuff. And go see what she recently posted. That was my birthday. I turned into Tiana at Walt Disney World's Magic Kingdom. So go check that out. I just want to say hi and happy anniversary to my mother for 7 years.
Thank you, little kids.
It was 2018, 7 years ago.
Okay.
I was 4.
Can I finish
That
my
is
story?
kind of crazy. Okay, insert Krys the Maximizer. I'll see you guys later.
You finished all your work?
Can I call you? She's up.
You have 15 minutes and then shower.
Okay. Can you go to sunflower seeds too?
Yeah, you have 15 minutes and then shower. So, as I was saying, I documented Krys the Maximizer in here. And I just want y'all to know, start before you're ready. Stop letting you not knowing what to do, not knowing how it works, hold you back. I literally just recorded, threw it up there, and I figured it out every single week. So I started August 19th. Kinsley, are you okay? Tell her not to call you because I'm on live. I started August 19th, 2018. Remember when I said I needed 1,000 subscribers? I hit 100 subscribers on September 10th. Not even a whole month. 3 weeks, I hit 100 subscribers. I was recording 3 to 5 videos every single week. I still didn't know what I was doing. After 3 weeks, I didn't know what I was doing. I was figuring it out as I went. I was building the parachute. After I jumped out the plane, I was building the parachute on the way down. 2 weeks later, September 30th, I had 330 subscribers. This growth was crazy. My videos were being shared on the backs of other couponing videos, and couponing is a really popular topic, so the videos do get a decent amount of views. My videos were being pushed like crazy, and 6 weeks after starting, I had 330 subscribers. This is where I wrote down how many subscribers. And I was taking screenshots literally every day because I was like, oh my God, after 1 month, I'm a third of a way to 1,000. Okay. This year is the most important year because the first year and a half of Krys the Maximizer is when I grew the most. Okay. So that's September. Okay. Let's go to October. Remember, we started in August. October 8th, we hit 500 subscribers. Okay. I am posting videos like a psychomaniac. I'm still going to my 9 to 5, but I'm posting crazy. Then the subscribers went stupid. From October 8th to October 14th, I got 300 subscribers. Hey, Julia girl. Thanks for joining. Thanks for being a client and a subscriber over the years. I appreciate you. How you doing, girl? I got 300 subscribers in a week. When I tell y'all, I can still remember me opening up my YouTube and every single day the subscribers was like, and I was just like, I launched my coupon beginner series on October 18th, October 17th. I had 900 subscribers. In 3 days, I had gained 100 subscribers. October 21st, I hit 1,000 subscribers. 2 months. 2 months, and I hit 1,000 subscribers. September, October, 2 months. I hit it on October 21st. So 3 days, 2 days. 2 months and 2 days. I hit 1,000 subscribers. Now think about that crystal on August 19th, 2018, who did not know jack crap about YouTube. 1,000 subscribers in 2 months. Insane. I'm over here hanging. How are you and Kinsley? We're doing well. We just moved to a new house. I just had to buy a new car. I just got a new laptop. She going to a private school. She was just in here. She'd be back. She went to go call her little friends. But we are doing as best as we can be. Life is lifing, but we are pushing through, and we are celebrating 7 years today. So I'm super excited. As you see, I got my OG Kristen Maximizer shirt on. This is like one of the only ones I have left. I think I have one other one, but they're too small now because your girl has grown since I made those shirts. But this was a larger one that I had left, and I was like, I'm gonna put an OG Kristen Maximizer shirt on. When we ended October, my goal for October was to get 750 subscribers. I ended October with 1,262 subscribers. I'm so happy that I was so anal and I tracked all of this. This is the highlight of my planner girl life, where I was like, sticker, 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 planner, planner, planner. I went through the whole planner phase. I don't even use a paper planner anymore, which is crazy to me because I was obsessed with them back then. But I wrote everything down, and I'm so happy that I kept this. Because I'm telling you, the first year of Kristen Maximizer was the fastest year, and it was such a blur. Okay. So I've hit my 1,000 of watch time to get monetized. Okay. Well, in November, friends, and then we'll speed it up from here. In November, I hit 2,000 subscribers. So I got 800 more subscribers in November. I ended November with 2,191 subscribers. I also ended November with my 4,000 hours of watch time. I hit my watch time in 3 months. September, October, November. By the end of November, I had hit my watch time and I applied for monetization with YouTube. My monetization was accepted in December, and I started making money from my videos starting December 12th. So from December 12th to December 31st, my videos were monetized. What does that mean? Monetization is when someone watches the ads on your YouTube video. Thank you, Precious. When someone watches the ads on your YouTube videos, YouTube pays you for people watching the ads. You don't get paid for subscribers. You don't get paid for views. You only get paid when a subscriber watches the ads on your videos. So for your favorite content creators on YouTube, for your favorite YouTubers, don't hit skip. Watch the ad for at least 15 to 30 seconds. They make money from that. Okay. I literally got monetized. I didn't know how much money I was going to make. I wasn't really watching. I don't think we had the monetization tracker back then. And if we did, I did not know where to find it. I literally hit 3,000 subscribers in December. And I got my first YouTube check January 21st. So YouTube pays you a month out. So whatever I earned in December, I get paid in January. Whatever I earn in January, I get paid in February. My first YouTube check came, and it was a paper check, the first check. It came January 21st. I don't know if I wrote this down. I don't think I wrote it down. No, this is 2021. I didn't write it down. I should have. I'm not 2021, Jesus. This is 2019's planner. I didn't write it down. And I stopped writing down my subscriber count after this. I didn't write it in 2019. My first YouTube check was $342. And I said, these people have messed up. I said, this is how I'm going to quit my job. This is how I'm going to start a business. If I can get paid money to get on Beyonce's internet and literally do something that I already was going to do, I was already going to go couponing. And I can pick up my phone, record myself, put it on YouTube, and they're going to pay me to talk. I said, I got to quit this job. I got to quit this job. And 2019 became the worst year I ever had at my 9 to 5. Worst year ever. but I knew that I could make money. After 3 months, I was making over $1,000 every single month on YouTube. And I was like, I have to quit this job. And that day, I started making my plan to quit that job. That day, I started saving money to quit my job. That day, I knew that making videos on YouTube was going to get me what I wanted, which was a business. I was flabbergasted. My whole life, I've been told I talk too much. I talk too loud. Shut up. My mother will always say, go read a book. You talking too much. Go read a book. You talking too much. Y'all gonna pay me to talk? Y'all gonna pay me to talk? I was done. I turned on the jets. Now I'm posting a video damn near every single day. Instead of posting 3 to 5 times a week, now I'm posting 5 to 7 times a week. There was weeks where I posted 7, 8 YouTube videos. And these aren't YouTube shorts I was posting. I was posting long form 20, 30, 40-minute videos. And you can go to my Krys the Maximizer YouTube channel right now and watch. You can go right now to my Krys the Maximizer YouTube channel and see. I was posting 20, 30, 40-minute videos almost every single day. Because I said the more I post, the more I grow, the more money I make. Say less. I started doing affiliates. And around April, I started my Patreon. My Patreon was $5. And I was offering extra couponing videos. But I didn't really push the Patreon. When I started the Patreon, I had around 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. We haven't even hit the first year of YouTube yet. We're 9 months in, 7, 8 months in. I have 5,000 subscribers already. I'm making thousands per month. I got monetized in 3 months. Flabbergasted. Like, flabbergasted at the growth and at the opportunities that were coming my way. Like, I did 3 retreats / conferences in 2019 off the backs of my YouTube money. I was able to pay off some debt. I was able to save a chunk of money because I knew I was going to quit that job. We're going to fast forward to August 19th, 2019. It's my 1-year YouTube anniversary. I've been struggling at work. I have been on and off of PIP. I never struggled this much at my job, ever. But it was the sign from the Lord to get me up out of there. I literally was bleeding in the ER. And my boss was texting me like, do you have any people for Monday? Like, how many people do you have? I'm like, I almost died. And you weren't about this job? That was another. And that happened in April. Happened in March. March is when I was in the ER. I was like, I almost died. I'm bleeding. And you're worrying about this job? Oh, I gotta quit. It just further solidified that I didn't need to be there anymore. August 19, 2019, I come into work. My systems ain't working. Nothing's working. And the person who's supposed to help your systems work ain't taking my calls, ain't at their desk. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Lunchtime comes. I'm at my desk at my phone at lunch, not eating, just on my phone. My manager, so I have a manager, I have a director, I have a VP. My manager grabs me, hey, Crystal, can we talk? Yes, we go to the director's office, and I just got a new director. So when I go into the office, there's my manager, there's the director, there's the VP. I had already been on a PIP with the VP, so I was already like, apparently I had a PIP, then I got off the PIP, and apparently my PIP was washed off. So we sit down. I sit down. She says, hi, Crystal, how are you? I'm good. Well, we're doing termination for performance. I say, okay. She says, we're going to pay you out your PTO and pay you for the week. I said, okay. She said, your manager is going to help you pack your stuff and walk you out. I said, okay. Is that it? She said, yes. I got my happy ass up. I went to my desk and I finished packing. What they didn't know is that half of my stuff was already packed. Also, that day I had been selling some of my stockpile to the people because I was a recruiter for a call center. I had sold some of my stockpile to some of my coworkers, some of the people in the call center, selling my stockpile. I literally had my bag that I sold my stockpile stuff in, and I started packing up. My manager's like, Crystal, do you need a box? I said, nope. Packing up everything. My work husband walks by. He's like, what's up? I said, termination. He said, for real? I said, yeah. He said, let me know when you're done and I'll walk you to your car and carry your stuff out. I said, bet. I'm packing up everything, leaving stuff to my other coworker. What I didn't know, what I learned later, they sent all of my coworkers to lunch because they thought I was going to go crazy black woman. So they sent all of my coworkers to lunch so no one was there because they didn't know how I was going to react. I'm pretty sure I did not give them the reaction that they were asking for. Okay. Pack up all my stuff. I look at my manager and I say, can you go get the work husband? Go gets the work husband. Work husband comes and grabs all of my stuff. But before I go, okay, I walk to the office, knock on the door. Can I say something? Oh, come in. The director is a new director, but she was a recruiter before she got promoted to director. So she knew me. Black woman, tears in her eyes. She didn't want me to go. The VP wanted me to go. I'm going to tell y'all why in a second. The VP wanted me to go, not the director. So she's tears in her eyes crying. I come back in the office and I look at my VP, who is an old white woman. I liked her because she's the one who promoted me. I got promoted really quickly in that role. She promoted me. She gave me a lot of opportunities. And ironically, Maximizer, because she was obsessed with the strengths finders and we had to do everything with strengths. My number one strengths on the strength finder is Maximizer. So when I named my YouTube channel, I wanted to be something cool, not Crystal Coupons. So I did Krys the Maximizer because I truly am a maximizer at my core, right? And I even thanked her ass at the last retreat. Like, thank you for showing me strengths finders because I really figured out like who I am and it defines me. And I named my YouTube channel after it. I went in and I looked at that old right in her face. And I said, thank you. Because now I can be great. I can be great. Then I bust out crying. Not crying sad, crying mad, crying happy, crying out my frustrations, crying out relief. And my manager's like, oh, Crystal, don't cry. I'm like, these ain't sad tears. As I walk out the office, I have to walk by the HR people that I started with because when I started at this job, I started as an HR intern and I was like their baby and they helped mold me into the recruiter that I became. And then our department separated and I got put under another bucket. As I walk out, they all have tears in their eyes. Like they did everything that they could to save me, but the VP just got to the point where she was like, I'm sick of her. She's got to go. I went from the top recruiter for 2.5, 3 years. I was the top recruiter. I had a bad 9 months and she fired me over a bad 9 months. So 4 years total, 3 years as the number one recruiter. She bragging about me on all company calls. Okay. And this is a national company. She bragging about me. To me, having a rough 9 months and then I get fired. Okay. Everybody has tears in their eyes, crying. I go to my car. Work husband's like, if you need anything, I'm here for you. I'm like, cool, bet, whatever. I got my YouTube channel. Everybody knows about my YouTube channel. Everybody knows I'm Krys the Maximizer. It's not a conflict of interest because I'm teaching people how to coupon and I'm selling people a timeshare job during the day, right? I get in the car and I call my mother. This heifer is praising the Lord. Not heifer, but my mother. She is praising the Lord that I got fired. Every single person that reached out to me from that job, including the HR director who went on to become the VP, was like, we're sad to see you go, but you're going to do great things out of this. We'll miss you, but you're going to be better outside of this place. We'll miss you, but you're going to do great things. We'll miss you, but you're going to be amazing. I never had people like congratulate you that you got fired. It was probably one of the best things that ever happened to me. My sister says I have a problem with authority. I don't. I have a problem with stupid people. The reason why I got fired, we had this meeting with the VP a couple weeks before this. And basically, have you ever been at work and you know when you're in a work meeting, there's certain things that you say. After the work meeting, you get with your coworkers and you say the real stuff. all the real stuff that I would say to my coworkers, I said to that VP to her face. It was so bad. I said it respectfully. I did laugh in her face once. I did tell her that it was unfair to hold us accountable for something that she never told us was a metric. And I did ask her questions, and she told me one of the answers was because she said so. Even though I had backed up proof from her, I was throwing it back at her. I was like, if you say A and B and A plus B equals C, why can't we just have C? If A and B equals C, I can have A and B and I can have C. Why can't I just have C? Because I said so. And I was like, okay. And when I asked her, so when were you going to tell us that this was a metric that you were holding us to? You could hear a mouse pee on cotton. You could hear a pin drop. Everyone in that room was like, I can't believe she asked that. She was holding us accountable for stuff and like basically going to write you up and get you in trouble for something that you didn't know was a metric. It's almost like you never tell your kid to make their bed. You never tell them that it's a metric. It's never something that's brought up. Yeah, we know you can make the bed, but it's never been you need to make your bed or you're punished, right? It would be so wrong of me as a parent to whip my daughter or punish her because she didn't make her bed this morning. If I never told her that making the bed was a metric. Does this make sense? Yes or no? Tap the screen if this makes sense. Yes in the comments if this makes sense. She didn't like that I questioned her authority. She didn't like that I came with proof and facts. She didn't like that I was saying everything that everybody was thinking, but no one wanted to say it. She didn't like that I challenged her. She didn't like that I just didn't shut up and listen to what she said. I was so sick of her shit that I was like, I don't care. After the meeting, my coworkers were like, yo, Crystal, you said everything. You got to be careful. They're going to try to let you go. And I think that was the other manager's way of telling me that like me getting fired was like a conversation, but I hadn't like kicked the bucket. But I think that pushed me over. And then I missed my numbers. Like I needed to hire 4 people. I had 5 people hired on Friday, only 3 came to orientation, so I missed my numbers by 1. And I think that was the ammunition that she used to like, oh, performance, right? That's the reason why she fired me. But after I told her now I can be great, and I went home, I filed for my LLC the next day. So I went home and I sulked and I was like, shit, I just got fired. I was making almost $80,000 a year from that job. I'm like, I got fired. I had 4 months of living expenses saved. I had a few $1,000s from my Patreon that I never cashed out. And I was making almost $2,000 a month from YouTube. I said, I'm going to make it work. Filed for my LLC the next day. And I have been full-time as a business owner since. Never had a 9-to-5. Now, do I have side hustles? Yes. I Instacart. I shipped. And I travel around the U.S. with my sorority sister. And she's the only person I will work for because I love working for her. She's the bomb. But I get to travel around the U.S. and it's a fun, flexible schedule. And that's what I do to stay afloat, okay? I do brand deals, affiliates, collaborations. I'm a hustler. I'm a maximizer. But one thing I told myself is I'm not clocking into nobody's 9-to-5. I'm not clocking in to nobody's 9-to-5. I'm not clocking into nobody's 9-to-5. Okay? Told myself that. And I haven't had to. And I won't. I will Instacart, I will ship, I will Uber Eats, I will do everything that I have to do to not do a 9-to-5 because the time freedom and the money freedom is unmatched. That first year was a wild AF ride for me. And it made me who I am today. So I get fired, file for my LLC the next day, and I'm like, shit, I need to make some money. So I immediately start drafting to sell my first course. But I did not know how to run a business. I was great at creating content. I'm a content machine. That's why I'm a content coach today. The Krys the Maximizer from 2018 and 2019 is the reason why I'm a content coach today. Okay. I literally knew how to create videos. I literally knew how to build an audience. I literally knew how to influence people. I literally knew how to do that. I did not know how to run a business. I didn't know about the email list. I didn't know about sales planning. I didn't know about launching. I didn't know about any of that. I needed help. November came. I signed up to do an in-person event and I hired my first business coach. That changed my life. My first business coach, she was $6,000. I had to pay her 6 payments of $1,000. My rent was $1,034. And I was like, this woman wants me to pay her $1,000 a month, but she had made millions online, millions. So I said, she knows how to run an online business. There's no other people out here who are teaching couponing and money saving and budgeting in the way that I am. There's no one else for me to learn from. So I'm going to learn from a business coach and I'm going to tweak it and twist it to work for couponing. Love how you answered that question. Is Patreon good? Absolutely. Patreon's a great tool. I switched from it because I wanted to be more of a coach and not just a content creator. I wanted to be more of a business owner and not just a content creator. I'm a business owner who creates content. I'm not a content creator who started a business. I went into this knowing that I wanted to make money. I didn't know how I was going to make money, but I knew my goal was to make money, not just to create influence. And I didn't just want to make money from the platforms. I wanted to actually have an audience of people buy my products. I didn't know if I was going to be selling classes or a bundle or a course. I didn't know at that point. But I knew I needed help business-wise. So I paid her that $1,000. Investing in coaching changed my life. The first 3 years I worked with her, my business doubled every single year. And I had my first 6-figure year in 2022. And I was like, by myself, running a business with a very small team back then, I made over $100,000 in a calendar year. Flabbergasted. Flabbergasted that I was able to do that. But if I didn't hire my business coach, I feel like it would have took me a lot longer. I would have had to, just like how it took me to learn YouTube week after week, it would have took me, I eventually would have figured it out, but hiring the business coach was a cheat code. So I hired her in 2019. In 2020, the pandemic hit, right? I had been out of work for like 7-8 months. And guess what? All the recruiters I work with, they got laid off. I'm not laughing at them because it's the pandemic, but it was just ironic that I got fired in August. Everybody got laid off in March. So the Lord just like released me from that early. And I was like, I'm not getting a job. I'm gonna make this business work. So in 2020 is when my business shifted. In 2020, my clients started asking me, Crystal, can you teach us how to start businesses? Can you teach us how to start side hustles? We want to make money. And I was like, okay. So I just taught them what I did. I just taught them what I knew. I created a YouTube program. I created a side hustle program. I did little masterclasses, workshops. Then I created programs. And 2020, when my 6 months of coaching ended, my business coach was like, Crystal, you're like one of my star students and I don't want to lose you. Like, will you come and coach my people? So she had 3 programs at the time. I was in the middle program. She wanted me to coach the people that were in the Start Your Online Business. She had a Start Your Online Business Academy, like an accelerator, and then she had like a mastermind. I was in the accelerator, but she wanted me to coach the Business Academy people. And I was like, she was like, oh, the other coaches will teach you. I'll teach you, blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay. So I started coaching her people. I was very timid and I was very like imposter syndrome. Like, she wants me to coach her people. Like, I barely know what the heck I'm doing in my business. And you want me to give advice and support other people? Now, I knew how to coach. I didn't know how to business coach. I got a little bit of practice with my clients, but I was like, dang, she wants me to do this. And I would say for almost the first year, I was very intimidated. I was very like, I'm not supposed to be here. Like, who do I think I am? Like, how am I going to help these women? And a lot of them are making way more money than me. They've been in business longer than me. I can't help them. But she had me coaching her people. Then eventually, I joined her mastermind. I paid for the mastermind and she gave me a discount. And I was coaching the women in the accelerator. And I was like, this is for women making $10,000 a month, or their goal was to make $10,000 a month. And you want me to coach them? I'm not making $10,000 a month, but you want me to coach them? My business coaching muscles became so strong. I was coaching 2 to 3 hours a week for her clients, and my business coaching muscles were growing. By that second year, I said, if she has this much faith in me, I need to have this much faith in myself. So I started doing more business coaching things behind the scene. I had a Money Makers Academy. Then I started my Side Hustle Society. I had business coaching things. I had one-on-one business clients behind the scenes. And I was doing both. I was making couponing content and I was making business content. But my business coaching my business coaching abilities became so much better because I was coaching her clients. My ideas were popping. My frameworks were creating. And her clients will always tell me, like, my advice was just so different because I wasn't a business coach at that time. I was a coupon coach who was business coaching. So my ideas were usually different and out the box. And did you try this? Did you think of this? How about this? And they're like, oh no, because they were stuck in like traditional business coaching stuff. And her clients were telling me about their wins, making $10, $20, $30, $50,000 launches from the ideas, from the coaching that I gave them. If I can do this for her clients, I can do this for myself. If she believes in me to coach her clients, why don't I believe in myself? That's when I started to change my belief of like, I'm a damn good coach. I'm a good coach. I'm a damn good money coach. Now I'm a damn good content coach. Like, I had to build my belief. But in 2023, my life fell apart. At the end of 2022, I was very frustrated. Life personally was in the toilet. I wasn't seeing the results that I desired in my business. And I was very uncomfortable in the sense of I wanted to do more. I felt like being the couponing girl boxed me into a glass box that I didn't want to be in. And while I love couponing and the millionaire version of me coupons, and I'll never stop couponing, I didn't want to teach consumerism. I felt like I was still encouraging people to shop, 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 shop. Even though it was less than what they were doing before, I didn't want to do that anymore. I fell in love with my business coaching. I fell in love with helping women make more money because nothing bad happens when women make more money. If you want to make more money, put money signs in the chat. If you want to make more money, put money signs in the chat. I was like, I could make a bigger impact in the world by helping women make money than by helping them coupon. Kinsley Smith, it's 9 o'clock. Time is up. Say goodnight. Clean up all of your mess. And let's get in the shower. Also, pack your snacks for tomorrow and your after school snack. Make sure your iPad and Apple Pencil are charging if they need to charge. Thank you. Don't make me come out and say it again. I wanted to do more. And I felt like I couldn't do more when my focus was just couponing. So I wrestled with this for a year. I felt this at the end of 2022, but I wrestled with it. Thank you so much for that gift. I appreciate it, Carol. I wrestled with it from the end of 2022 into 2023. I started making business content and not much couponing content in 2023, but it still felt like, ugh. So I said, I'm going to start a new YouTube channel because I want to have an audience of women who want to buy what I'm selling, which is going to be business content. Good evening, Carol. We're having my 7-year anniversary party and I'm telling the story of Krys the Maximizer. And I said, my couponing audience is great. They become a lot of my first business clients, but I want to truly talk to women who are ready to start and grow their business, right? I want to talk to women who want to make more money. If you want to make more money, put some money signs in the chat. If you want to make more money, put some money signs in the comments, okay? Where are the women who want to make more money with a business? Money signs in the chat. So I started a brand new YouTube channel. The channel started, I think I started it on August 19th. Let's see. I'm pretty sure it's August 19th I started it because it sent me the anniversary thing today as well. So I think I posted my first video on August 19th. I sure did. I posted my first unlisted video on August 19th, and then I posted my first video on August 20th. So same thing, same anniversary, because I wanted them to be around the same because, you know, I'm a weirdo like that. So I started Build a Business with Krys. And I said, this is going to be my place. And we are like 78 subscribers away from 1,000. I have not nearly been as consistent with this channel as my Krys the Maximizer channel when I started, but it's fine. It's cool. So I started this YouTube channel shortly after this. When I say my life really fell apart, 3 things happened at the end of 2023 that almost took me out. While I was debating with myself about doing couponing or doing business coaching, I was also telling myself that like I needed to leave my relationship. I was engaged and I was like, this relationship is not it. I need to leave. But I had to build up the confidence and the courage to leave the relationship. So it took me damn near a year. In November, everything came to a screeching halt. Okay. I started the YouTube channel. Plus, I ended the relationship and it was not amicable. It was very, very, very rough at the end. My cat died. I had to put him down because he got so sick he wouldn't eat. I had to put my cat down. And Kinsley went to go live primarily with her daddy. That was a positive thing. It wasn't a negative thing. But I had to grieve the loss of having her every single day. All this happened in November 2023. When I say it almost took me out, so much so, I was going from a full house of a man, of a kid, of a cat, to just Crystal. So much so, I fled to Baltimore to be at my mother's house. I said, if I'm going to be alone, I got to be in my mother's house. Because if I'm in this house that was once full by myself, the depression is going to depress and I don't want to be here. So I spent from November of 2023 through August of 2024 in Baltimore. I would come back to Florida. Okay. I would come back to Florida for a week or 2 at a time.
Bye, guys. This is the last time I'm saying hi before I go to bed. So, night, guys. Bye.
Bye. I would come back to Florida 2 weeks at a time, take my butt back to Baltimore. Come back to Florida. Then the second chunk, I drove my car. I flew the first few times. The second chunk, I drove my car. So I drove my car to Baltimore, kept my car in Baltimore for 3-4 months. And then in August, I drove back. It was so rough. I fell off with my content. That was the longest I ever went without posting content. Probably like 3 months of no videos. Like I kept pushing. And then once my birthday came in 2024, I was like, I can't do this no more. I completely lost it. And I stopped posting. And I don't think I started posting again until like May. And I posted sporadically, but I did not get consistent again until the fall when I came back. I had to grieve it all. The loss of the man, the loss of the relationship that I thought I was going to have, the loss of the life that I thought I was going to have, being single as an adult. I honestly was not single for a long time as an adult. I didn't even know how to do single as an adult. Like I'm a relationship girly. I've always had. So it was a lot. And then my business was changing. I let go of all of my clients. A perfect time to make a pivot. I let go of all of my couponing clients. I let go a lot of reoccurring revenue, a lot of money. I had one-on-one couponing clients and group couponing clients. I let everyone go because I was like, if I'm going to be a business coach, I need to focus on business. Doing both took me out for too much. I can't do both. I can do both, but I can't do both well. If that makes sense, tap the screen. I can do both, but I can't do both well. I can't be at my best trying to do couponing and doing business coaching. It was too much for me. So I said, I let all of my clients go, and I wasn't selling. I was so depressed. I wasn't making sales. I maybe signed like 2 clients at the beginning of 2024, and that was by chance. It wasn't because I was trying. But I needed that time. I needed that time to grieve. I needed that break. And throughout that break, I realized I'm not anything and everything business coach. And that is not going to serve me. That's not going to give me the results that I desire. That's not going to sign me clients if I'm just trying to help everybody do everything, do anything. Not going to work. So I had to ask myself, what do I do really well? What if I help my clients with? The answer to that question was content. I didn't get this clarity until I came back to Florida in August. By the time I came back to Florida in August, I was ready to be back. I was sick of Baltimore at this point, and I was ready to be back in my own house, in my own space. Even though that was the house that I shared with that man, I was like, I signed my lease for 2 years. I got to stay here for 1 more year. We were going into the second year. And I got so crystal clear on like the type of business coach I wanted to be. I wanted to be a content coach. Why? Because I was a content machine. I posted over 2,000 videos to YouTube. I've gone live over 1,000 times. I've posted thousands of videos on TikTok and Instagram. I have made over $400,000 in 6 years on social media. I started making money in January 2019. So I always count 6 years. 2019 is when I actually started making money, right? 6 years, I've made over $400,000 on social media, all through my content. I've made close to $100,000 in brand deals. I've made over $35,000 from YouTube. I've made thousands. From TikTok now. I've made money from Facebook. I've made money from Instagram. I've made money from my top 4 platforms. Affiliate deals, brand deals. I've sold my coaching. I made hundreds of thousands of dollars selling my coaching, over 200 and something $1,000 selling my coaching programs, one-on-one group, masterclasses, boot camps, all that stuff. Thank you for the gifts. All of it came from content. So I said, I got to be a content coach. Then when I looked at my clients, I helped my clients with content and sales the most. I was helping my clients create 30-day content strategies, and I didn't even realize it. If I could help, thank you for the gifts. If I could help my 60-year-old mother create Instagram reels and get clients from Instagram, I was like, oh, I can help anybody do anything. I was helping my clients just come up with topics, and I started creating frameworks for creating topics. I was like, I'm a content coach. Once I made that choice, for like the next 6 or 7 months, I signed clients every single month, like clockwork, because I was crystal clear on who I was helping, how I was helping them, and what I was helping them with. Product-based business owners is who I was helping. I was helping them create consistent content, and I was helping them to create the content to make more sales in their business. I got that clear. I signed clients every single month. And I struggled because I was like, my audience is going to think I'm a fraud. My audience is going to think I abandoned them. My audience is going to think like, who do I think I am becoming a business coach? And I realized that was what I was thinking. I was scared. I was nervous. I was like, am I a fraud? No, I'm a damn good business coach. I've helped women make $10, $20, $30, $40, $50,000. I've helped women take the idea from their brain and start a business. I am great at what I do. I have to live in that power and show up not in a braggadocious way, but in a way of like, I know my shit. I know what I'm doing. I know what I'm talking about. And I know I can help you. Point blank and the period. So once I got my confidence, just like how I was this confident in couponing, I was like, I'm this confident in business coaching. I've been running my business at that point for 6 years. I had been coaching people for 5 years. I had over 4 years of business coaching experience, like coaching people. I know what I'm doing. I've made hundreds of thousands of dollars online. I know what I'm doing. I don't know everything, but I know enough to help you make some money. I know enough to make you 1,000, 10,000. I believe through the trail you were able to discover scrolling. Yes, I had to start with couponing to get to where I am today. I didn't have as much experience. I don't even have as much business coaching experience as I have couponing experience. I've couponed since I was 18. I'm 35. I've been couponing for 17 years. When I started my YouTube channel, I had 10 years of couponing experience. So I needed to do that and do something that I knew really, really well, something that I could create content for really, really easy. That's how I became a content machine. And that led me to the business coaching. I had to do everything in the way that I did it in order to get to where I am today. And it feels so amazing to be here. It feels so amazing to have gone through all the hard things. I mean, negative bank accounts, closed bank accounts because they were negative, really low lows, months where I made $1,000 and months where I made $20,000. Like, I've had so many amazing opportunities as a result of starting that YouTube channel 7 years ago. And it has given me what I wanted: time freedom and financial freedom. While I don't have all the money that I desire, I know how to make all the money that I desire. I am rebuilding my business in a way that feels authentic to me. And that's the one thing. I've always been me. I've always been authentically me. And that makes life so much easier. Because in the beginning, I thought I had to put on a personality, and I don't. This is me all the time. And it feels good. It feels really good. And I'm just so grateful that I'm here today. So grateful. So because it's my anniversary, y'all know I always do something for my anniversary. I'm hosting a free masterclass. Masterclass is happening this Sunday, August 24th. And this is a sales masterclass. This masterclass is to teach you how to make sales on social media without saying bye. Time freedom and financial freedom. Freedom to do whatever I want with my time, and freedom to make as much money as I want to with no cap. There's no ceilings and no caps in my business. I can charge $10,000 for a package. I can charge $100 for a package. I can charge whatever I want for my packages. I can charge whatever I want. I can sell whatever I want. Versus when you're in a 9 to 5, you can only make but so much, right? You can only work but so many hours and make so much money. But I'm hosting the How to Sell on Social Media Without Saying Bye masterclass this Sunday. This is for you if you have a business and you are using social media to make sales in your business. You need to be in this masterclass. I'm going to teach you how to make sales on social media without saying bye. I'm going to teach you how I've made sales on social media the past 6 years. I'm going to teach you how I've been able to make hundreds of thousands of dollars on social media from my content. I sell through my content without saying bye. So come to my masterclass. At the end of my masterclass, I am opening the doors to my first ever content bootcamp. Now, if you've been around me for a while, you know I'm the queen of a bootcamp. I've done coupon bootcamp. I've done grocery bootcamp. I've done live bootcamp. I've done a crap ton of bootcamps, a whole bunch of bootcamps, okay? I have just developed my very first content bootcamp. And baby, if you're a business owner, okay, and you want to sell on social media, you want to be on social media, you want to have an audience on social media, you're going to want to be in this boot camp. Inside of this boot camp, we're going to work together for 8 weeks. And I am going to teach you how to truly be consistent on your own terms when it comes to creating content. You are going to leave the content boot camp with 30 days of content posted. I am going to walk you through the process together, all of us as a group, and we are going to plan, batch, schedule, edit all the things of your content together. So when you leave, you already would have had 30 days of content posted, and you're going to have the strategy, the step-by-step process of what you need to do in order to always have your content posted 30 days at a time. Drop some money signs in the chat if you like that. Drop some money signs in the chat. Because the barrier to this is consistency. The barrier to consistency is not having routines. You don't have a routine because you don't have a plan. I'm going to teach you the plan. I'm going to teach you the routines. I'm going to teach you how to be consistent. And most importantly, we're going to do it together. This is a hybrid program. So not only do you get weekly workshops with me, and I'm calling it a workshop because I'm going to teach, you're going to do, we're going to review. I'm going to teach, you're going to do, I'm going to review. So it's not just going to be me sitting here talking to you for an hour and a half. It's going to be me teaching you something, telling you this is how you do it, and then you're going to do it. This is how you plan your content for the month. This is how you come up with your content topics. I'm going to give you the framework, then you're going to do it. Then we're going to be like, oh, Nay, tell me about your topics. Precious, do you have a question about your topics? Julia, what topics are you doing? We're going to do that. Then I'm going to teach you the next thing you're going to do. Then we're going to review. There's no hiding in this program. If you don't want to do the work, don't come to this program. This is only for serious business owners who are sick and tired of being sick and tired and not posting their content. This content bootcamp is for you. So again, we're covering everything from planning, editing, scheduling, recording, content topics, the 4 big platforms, everything you need for those platforms. I'm giving you everything in the kitchen sink when it comes to content. When you leave, you're going to be prepared to make sales on social media. When you leave, you're going to be prepared to launch your product or service on social media. So again, I said it's a hybrid program. So every week we have a group session, and then you get 3 one-on-ones with me. 3 one-on-ones. So just me and you on Zoom going over your business specifically. This program is like everything I've ever wanted when it comes to creating content as a business owner, not a content creator. Creating content as a business owner first and a content creator second. Thank you, Dee. So doors to the content bootcamp are going to open right after the masterclass ends. And this is important because I have some 48-hour epic bonuses that you can only get for the first 48 hours. Okay. Not only will you be able to get $100 off, the program's $9.97. So you're going to get $100 off. So you only pay $8.97. There's an easy 2-part payment plan. You are going to get a content audit from me. So when you buy in the first 48 hours, when you join in the first 48 hours, you're going to get a content audit with a pre-recorded video with your feedback. You also are going to get an additional one-on-one call with me. So everybody's going to get 3, but you're going to get 4. And you're going to get private one-on-one Voxer access to me for all 8 weeks of the bootcamp. Now, Voxer access is premium access to me, meaning you can ask me a question every single day, meaning you can get feedback every single day. You don't have to wait until your one-on-one or till the next group call to ask me a question. You just pick up your phone, you type me a message, you pick up your phone. Hey, Crystal, I need help with blah, 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 blah. And I answer you. So when you sign up in the first 48, you save $100 and you get 3 extra perks. So how do you get access to all of this? You sign up for the masterclass and get on my email list. So how do you sign up for my email list in the masterclass? Go to KristenMaximizer.com/masterclass. Okay. It's linked on YouTube and Facebook. It's on my profile on TikTok and Instagram. It's also, if you put in your name and your email and your phone number on TikTok, I'll send it to you. But that is how I became Kristen Maximizer. That is how I became the content coach in front of you. And because it's my anniversary, I had to do something big. And I created this brand new program. And I low-key been thinking about this kind of program since April. And y'all don't even want to know. This is my futuristic brain. You don't even want to know what I'm brewing up on the back of the content bootcamp. I can't say it out loud right now because it's truly like, I feel like this is what happens to me. I get an idea. I got to marinate on it. I got to flush it out. And then 3-4 months later, it comes out. But I was doing something for the content bootcamp, and this idea for this new thing popped in my head, and I was like, oh my gosh. I was like, but I got to do the content bootcamp first. So some of the things that I'm thinking about for the new thing, I added into the content bootcamp because I was like, the people can't wait for this. They need this right now. They need this right now, and it's going to help them with their content. So if you have been struggling with being consistent, if you've been struggling with trying to figure out how you're actually going to sell your products and services through your content on social media, you just need to be in the masterclass, number 1. And number 2, you need to have the content bootcamp on your list as well. Email listers, you're going to get a full email tomorrow with all the details of the content bootcamp because honestly, I meant to send the email today, but with my anniversary, I just didn't. So I'm going to send y'all the full email tomorrow with all the details so that you can go over it and get your coin prepared for Sunday. Payment plans are available, Afterpay, Klarna, and I have in-house payment plans too if you don't want to use those providers. So, what questions do we have? Any other questions? We had some good questions earlier. Some great questions, actually. Do we have any questions? Let me scroll back because my TikTok was going so fast. So let me know if y'all have any questions. I do want to thank y'all for joining. It has been so great. I've had a great day. I'm still unpacking. I promised to tell y'all this. I had to get a new car last week. I've had the same car for 14 years. I bought that car when I was a junior in college. She was brand new, off the showroom floor. And last week, she gave out on me. On August 9th, she was just like, although we've come to the end of the road, like, I think I got my money's worth. She had 209,000 miles on it. I was like, yeah, it's time to let her go. So I had to go buy a new car. It wasn't in my plan. It wasn't in my budget, but I bought the car, got a new car. Y'all know I had to get a new laptop because I cracked my laptop screen. And I moved 3 weeks ago. This week will make a month, 4 weeks that I moved. And I'm still unpacking. Still unpacking. Why did I end up saying this? Oh, because I told somebody the other day that I was going to say what had happened to me. So in the past 3 months, the good Lord has blessed me with a new laptop, with a new house, and with a new car. So the new version of Crystal is here. She's out of her shell. And she's bringing you everything in the kitchen sink when it comes to this masterclass and this boot camp. So you don't want to miss it. So head on over, KrisTheMaximizer.com/masterclass and grab yours. Okay? Grab your seat is what I should say. Ooh, but now I'm about to take myself back to my living room because I'm going to message me privately. Okay, that's fine. You can shoot me a message on TikTok. That's totally fine. Also, if you haven't, go to my TikTok and watch my sponsor video. That thing is almost at 600,000 views. I don't know what kind of boosting they're doing, but that video is boosted, and it has like almost 600,000 views on it, which is crazy. My most viewed video to date. Shout out to Zapier for boosting that video because insane. And I've gotten so many followers and so much engagement from it. I'm happy. Yeah, like that video went nuts. So I'm happy for it. I'm sitting over here like, do we need to do another one? I'd be more than happy to make y'all another video. I mean, they had ad access for 6 months, but I was like, if y'all wanted me to do another one, like I'm available. Okay. And I haven't hit the top of my revenue share yet. So I'm like, run it up. I'd love to earn all of the revenue share. But if y'all want me to make another video, like I'm available. Please. So my virgin margarita is tasting real good, y'all. Real good. If you missed it at the beginning, I had to drink a virgin margarita because I'm taking some anti-inflammatory medicine. And thank God I read the bottle. It was like, do not drink alcohol while you're taking this medicine because you could cause internal bleeding. And I was like, what we're not about to do is hurt ourselves even more, right? We're already taking medicine. We don't need no more ER visits. So I just made myself a virgin. And it's so good. It's basically a smoothie, but instead of using water to be healthy, I use the non-alcoholic margarita mix, and it's so good. It's very sweet, but that's what I like. The only thing that's missing is I wish I had some whipped cream, but I don't got no whipped cream. So good. So in 30 days, once I'm done taking the medicine, I'll have to have me a glass of wine to cheers. And I almost didn't even realize it. Thank God I took my medicine in my office and the bottle was sitting here. And I was like, medicine? Let me check before I go make that margarita. Because I'm not trying to be sick. But anywho, thank y'all so much for joining me for this party. It has been great. For those of you that have interacted, thank you. For those of you that have been watching me, thank you for everyone who subscribed, joined the email list, everyone that's been here for all this time. Thank you, and I appreciate you. There's no Krys the Maximizer without the viewers. There's no Krys the Maximizer without the subscribers and the followers. So I really appreciate each and every one of you. All of my current clients, past clients, and future clients. Shout out to y'all. Love y'all deep. I've coached most of my clients this week. Yeah, I've coached most of my clients this week. So shout out to y'all. I appreciate y'all so much. Thank y'all so much for rocking with me for the 7 years. And again, if you came in late, I was rocking the OG Krys the Maximizer shirt. I found this when I was moving. It's one of the only ones I have left. So I was like, you know what? Let me rock the OG Krys the Maximizer shirt today because we're celebrating. And this is how I started. And I will never forget the roots. Okay? I'll never forget the roots. Like, I'm here because of couponing. If it wasn't for couponing, if it wasn't for me starting that YouTube channel on a whim, I would not be here today. So thank y'all so much for joining. Should you have any questions, comments, concerns, shoot me a DM at Krys the Maximizer on TikTok or Instagram. If you have not signed up for my masterclass yet, please go sign up. KrysTheMaximizer.com/masterclass. And yeah, I should be live tomorrow. I will see y'all tomorrow. Good night. That's my first heard of these when you use coupon. Yes, I still coupon. I just don't be posting it. Actually, I did post a couponing video a few weeks ago, though. I just don't consistently post it. Like, I'm going to CVS tomorrow to do the 10 off 25. I need some more toothbrush and toothpaste. I'm going to do that. I'm going to do You by Kotex. I'm going to get some cereal. And I'm going to check on some lotion because we need some lotion. So I'm going to CVS tomorrow. And I be couponing, but I don't coupon like on Sundays like I used to. I coupon during the week now because tomorrow's Wednesday and I'm going to coupon tomorrow. So, all right, y'all have a good night and I will see y'all tomorrow. Bye.